Guys, we need to have a talk. Hey, yo. Welcome back to the Jimi Priceless Show. It's your boy, Jimi Priceless, back again, with another episode. So, shout out to everyone that's been tuning in. Shout out to everyone that checked out the previous episode. And shout out to everyone that's been bumping another episode, which is the title of my latest single, which is out now. I haven't plugged the single or music in the podcast in a while, so I just thought I'd do that real quick. Just a quick little storytelling, some slight social commentary, snuck in between the lines. So you can check that out. It's available on all streaming platforms and online music stores. You can also purchase it on Bandcamp. That's Friday is Bandcamp Friday, which means basically as a platform, Bandcamp doesn't take a cut of any artist's revenue and sales go directly to the artist. So if you want to, get the single for $1, you can get it. Or you can get my entire discography at 50% off, and get it as, a download in whatever format you may need, so you can do that too. Or you can just keep streaming it. But for this episode, I just wanted to kind of like speak to you guys, on some real shit, Been doing some introspection, regarding the future of the channel and, just what I'm gonna be doing, content wise from here on out. So, to give you guys some backstory, everyone that hasn't watched, the first ever episode of the Jimi Priceless Show. Basically, long story short, I quit my job to pursue music full time, and some YouTube stuff, and just content and being an artist and all of that kind of shit. So it's officially been 3 years, or it will be officially 3 years when this comes out. And after taking a look back at what I've done and what I want to do and what I thought I would be able to do, it's just not gonna be feasible to keep doing this shit full time. Like maybe not immediately, like tomorrow I'm start working, but it's definitely now not only an option, but it's a certainty. It's just a matter of time, and I guess a matter of finding the right opportunity. If I find a great opportunity, I'll jump for it. If not, I'll wait it out because I am able to. So yeah, certain things will be coming to an end. Mainly this show, I do want to keep doing, visual content, consistent episodes, weekly or twice a month maybe. But just it might not be exactly like this, just because I don't know what my schedule is gonna be like in terms of recording it and editing and uploading and posting and all of those sorts of things. And then another thing will be the close to home playlist, which the last update will be the 17th of December. So any artist, if you're dropping music now or drop music recently or dropping music before the 17th, hit me with those links when they're available so I can add it to the playlist. Just for similar reasons, because it takes a while for me to actually find some of these songs, because I don't like to kind of go with just if it's like kind of popping or buzzing, because it's like there are so many other playlists who's going to feature that artist anyway. Like I like to keep the artists I feature under 100, if they have under 100 monthly listeners, because everyone else has enough of a following where they can get on some other playlists. But obviously I feature whoever. If I feel it's a really good song, or if I don't have enough songs, I'll feature the requirements are, but I get to move the goalposts a bit when needed. But yeah, so that will also come to an end. The only thing I'm really betting on and really putting real effort into doing is still, the shit that got me started in the first place, which is the music. So I'll keep dropping new music every month. Still leave you guys with the album, so once a year. So yeah, because I'm dedicating, and really pledging to achieve that, I don't still wanna, you know, give you expectation that I will be able to keep up the playlist and the YouTube show as well. So yeah, it's basically the main point, the crux of this video. If you see me guys stop posting those things in the future, I don't know why. But until then, we're still rocking. Even the sit down sessions, that will also come to an end. But yeah, as with the YouTube show, I still got a couple more installments for this year. Yeah, so wasn't like, not like on some, oh, fuck, it's not working, let me go. That took a lot of thought, a lot of time. It's not just a matter of leaving one thing to try and chase a bag doing something else. It's just a matter of, looking at yourself, or looking at myself rather, and, seeing where I am in my life and where I would have wanted to be and what could get me to that point in a more efficient way. Because, when I started, it was like around the time, people started putting entrepreneur in the bio and Herbalife and all of this kind of stuff. And, having a job was really demonized. But whereas now, I kind of don't look at it in that way. I just look at that, having a 9 to 5 is just another way of making money. It's, to me, it would be no different than signing to a label, because in both ways you're under contract and there's certain requirements you have to fulfill to get something out of your contract. So, that's why I have been working. Well, I went to work for like 3 days, was just on some temporary vibes. And then after like 3 days, I was like, that kind of made me want to not stop doing this shit. Because I was like, I can't do this forever. Because it was so conflicting. Because I don't have no degree or nothing, all I have is, only qualification I have is that of a post-basic pharmacist assistant, which means the highest paying job I'm able to get is that of a post-basic pharmacist assistant. But then, after doing it for those 3 days, it's kind of like, I really got to do this for the next, like 30 years or however long it is until I can go on early retirement and live with my pension. But nothing to do with the place where I was working. The people were cool, the environment was great. Nothing to do with them. I was just, me like trying to rationalize, this is your life, or this is gonna be your life for the next however years. And mainly because it's not in a logical way, but is going from one way of making money to another. But on a more personal level, it's like, this is like my passion, this is what I thought I was gonna do. Like, I did all the right things, I was passionate, I did the content, I worked on my craft, I did all the steps. So, to go on into that, maybe that was in the back of my mind also. Maybe I was like, disliking it subconsciously before I even started, working for those 3 days. Because it was like, the acceptance and the realization that that's not like a one-day thing. It's like soon when it should happen or will happen, that I'll have to, just cut down on the content creation. But yeah, and another thing that I also dealt with was, like I said, this work that I've been doing, it's things that are going to get me the most money, because I don't have any other like real qualifications. But of course, I could do some shit like admin, which, like, I think I can do well in, because, anyone who's an independent artist, a large part of your time in doing admin, At least in my case, where I don't have a real team or anything, so I'm doing everything literally. So, maybe that could be an option. But at the same time, it's still like there's still this prestige with, salary. Like, why would you want to work? Something you're making less money. And it's like maybe that environment doing that work would just be more sustainable over the years, maybe it'll just be less draining. But on this other end, it's like, but I could be making more money still. um, but yeah, so y'all know anyone that needs a post basic pharmacist assistant, they'd be making fire beats and bars and albums and shit at the same time, slide in my DMs and let me know. Because and even if you don't, any kind of job that you guys or opportunity that you guys see out there, like I said, it's not like desperate times or desperate measures yet, so I can be kind of picky. I'm gonna need like that minimum 180k salary. It's like the minimum. I can't go lower than that, unfortunately, guys. I got lifestyles to uphold. I got like back in the day, the MasterCard had this ad, it was like, for everything else, this MasterCard. Now, like, they should redo that ad but target it as women, because nowadays it's like, for everything else, there's your boyfriend's MasterCard. So we got shit to do out here, we need bags out there. So, basically, long story short, it's the end of the Close to Home playlist. It's the end of the sit down sessions. The end of Jimi Priceless Show. Those will all, come to an end within the upcoming weeks. Music will keep on coming. Don't worry. Like I said at the top, another episode you can still stream. The next single's already done, already submitted to distributors. It's gonna be a fun one though. A real festive vibe kind of one. Something that I haven't really done yet. Because like after working just only 3 days, like back at like in the 9 to 5, right? After like the 3 years I was doing my music and whatever, I was like, I finally get festive. I understand now why people be wilding out when it's festive. So yeah, you can check out that single too. That will drop the December the 13th. So keep an eye out for the pre-sale link and the pre-order links, which should come in next week. I'll post it. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in again next week. Like I said, I still got some episodes for y'all to close out the year. Thank you so much to everyone that subscribed and liked and shared the YouTube channel. I appreciate it. But yeah, so if you have any thoughts, any advice, if you relate to anything that I've said on this podcast, or whatever you have on your mind, drop them down in the comments. Don't keep it to yourself. You never know who might gain value from what you have to say. Unless you're gonna be out here eating, then just shut the fuck up. But that's it for this week. It's been the Jimi Priceless Show with your boy Jimi Priceless. I'm out.